Hello, my wonderful people, viewers and subscribers. The story we are about to listen to now, or rather you are about to watch, they call it Rising Sun History. The history of the people from the old eastern region, precisely the Igbo speaking part of it. I saw the news and it is very, very understandable to every ears, but I still feel disturbed by some comments I saw below the video. By name Chinwe Opala. Should I say, if this guy happens to be an Igbo, and he made this comment, my brother, a lot of people really need to leave this edge. I'm not talking about going back to school. They really need to leave this edge, because his comment leave me giggling. You know, a kind of I keep on asking myself, why is it that in an area that people are complimenting, you will surely find, maybe should I call it Judas Iscariot or Pharaoh or a serpent to come and pour sand in that galley? In this video, or rather in this article, we have over 233 comments. I have watched almost all the whole comments close to the end, and I found this guy. He said, and I quote you, because what we are about to read now, or what you are about to watch or listen to, is the achievements of our people. To know about the professors of Igbo nations, what they have produced in this country, where they have gotten them, the level they have gotten this country called Nigeria to. But at the end, what do they get in return? They get repercussion, they get reprisal, they get marginalized, they get brutal killings, they get bombings as if we are fighting war. Yes, we are not fighting war, but Chief of Defense Staff have made it clear before Nigeria, before the nation, before African, and before the world, that the Nigeria in particular, not the military, the Nigeria in particular have declared asymmetric warfare on the people of the 5 Igbo-speaking states, which is the Southeasterners. So when you hear this kind of thing, what do you expect? When you hear this kind of talk from somebody who have taken position, instead of to defend the people, he turned against the people that is paying his salary, because taxpayers' money is what they use to finance them in all their lavish lifestyle. But let me read what in this guy talk that captured my attention. He says, and I quote, by name Chika Opala, if this is an Igbo, this one is an Osu, or it's supposed to be short, it's supposed to be minused from the family where he came from. Said, and yet we are complaining of being marginalized. What does this thing mean? A lot of people reply to it. You understand? Here are the responses that come from it. Felix Ugo said, Oga, now wow, you are not seeing it. You understand me? Because even me, people who reply to this thing, was a kind of, why is this guy commenting like this? Somebody, Felix Ugo, come reply and says, I don't blame you. Now Facebook, cause am. You get the point now? Because somebody came out and replied all this and said, oh God, do you know what is marginalized? Kingsley can reply to the guy, also said he is an illiterate. So if we the Biafrans have gathered all these intellects, and yet they still sideline us, is he not this guy supposed to say it, that yet we are being marginalized, but it's a kind of, and yet we are complaining of marginalized. So if you read this thing, if you read meaning into the comment of this guy, you find out that this guy himself is not even blaming the government that marginalized people who have produced this thing for them, but rather he is complaining, or rather making caricature of the people who are complaining of being marginalized. So can't you reason to it? Maybe this guy is not an Igbo, but let's leave that by the way. Let us go straight to the reason why we're here this morning. or rather this afternoon or this evening, I don't know your time or wherever you are. But before then, please make sure that this message goes viral. It's for everybody, not only for the Biafrans, for the Yorubas, for the Hausas, for the Fulanis, for the Kabars, anywhere you are from. This video is for all of you, for you to see how the length that our people have taken this country to. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala is making them proud at the international level. WTA president, the only woman, and happens to be an Igbo man, an Igbo woman that held that office first, and now she's going for her second tenure. Everybody is applauding her now, even including those ones who did not support Igbos, are now saying she is making us proud. But let Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala come out tomorrow now and say she wants to vie for office to become the president or even vice president of this country. They will remind her that she is a Biafra. She is not qualified to rule Nigeria. But now she is in international level. She is Nigeria. Are you hearing me now? So that is it. That is the irony of it. But the people that they are playing these drums to, do they understand the dance step? The answer is no. Tomorrow night she will come out now, even as everybody, even self, she even against the Biafrans. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala is against the Biafrans. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, as my memory she carry me, have she ever, with her office, called for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? If she had done that, but I have not read it to you, because somebody will come now, one monkey now will come now and tell me, I am foolish. Why must I say that she has said something like that? If she have, I have not seen. That is what I'm saying. But as far as my knowledge and my brain and my memory can carry me, she never made mention of that. The only person who keep on knocking it left, right, and center every now and then is Obi Ezekwesili, the former Minister of Education. Oh yeah, let us go. This one is the first Nigerian professors from Igbo nation. Nigerian professors, their first professors are from the Igbo nation. Number one of them is first Nigerian professor of history, Professor Kenneth Dike from Oka, Anambra State. First Nigerian professor of music, Professor Lazarus Ekweme from Oko in Anambra State. First Nigerian professor of clinical pharmacy, Professor Nzebunwa Agowa, Ekenguru, Imo State. First Nigerian professor of psychotherapy, Professor Vincent C.B. Mwoga, Ahaba, Delta State. First Nigerian professor of psychology, that is His Royal Highness, Professor Joseph Chike Edozien, Ahaba, Delta State. First Nigerian professor of botany, Professor Eni Njoko, Ohafia, Abia State. First Nigerian professor of statistics, Professor Nwauo Adichie Chimamandas, Dad, Aba, Anambra State. First Nigerian professor of mathematics, Professor Chike Obi, Anambra State. First Nigerian professor of estate management, Professor John A. Ume Nnobi, Anambra State. First Nigerian professor of marketing, Professor Julius Ona, Oba, Enugu State. First Nigerian professor of insurance, Professor Joseph O. Iruku Item in Abia State. First Nigerian professor of psychology, Professor Dennis Ugwegbu Olu, Imo State. First Nigerian professor of pharmacy, Professor Mrs. Babalola Chinedum Peace. First Nigerian female professor of mass communications, Professor Mrs. Chinyere Stella Okonna. Sorry. First female professor of chemical engineering in Nigeria, Professor Mrs. P.K. Igbokwe. First Nigerian female professor of mathematics education, Professor Mrs. Grace Alele Williams. First Nigerian female professor of urban and regional planning, Professor Mrs. Ogazi Joy Okamaka. And then the last but not the least, first Nigerian female professor of surveying and geoinformatics, Professor Mrs. Ebele J. Emengini. These are the professors that the Igbo nation have produced. I mean, professors with equality. I mean, professors who knows what it takes to become a professor. Unlike what the Northerners are producing now, that they have professors. They cross to Benin Republic, they go there, buy professorship. 2 years, they come back and become a professor and dean of universities. Are you getting my point now? That is what we are having now. Because Northerners have been sidelined in the area of professors. So now they decide is a boy of 35 years now have become a professor in the northern part of the country because of Togo, Cotonou, and Mali. That made them now that begin to revoke professorship certificate or degrees that came from all these universities, because when they never study anything, they're not even qualified to have that professorship. But they go there and buy it because Nigeria believes everything is corruption. If I tell you how many countries in this world Nigeria have corrupted, my dear, you will shake your head. You will shake your head. Even people who said no to corruption, Nigeria will go there, force them that they must accept this corruption. Because of they have the money to spend. Anyway, let us dissect the comment section. We don't have much time. We have a lot of news today. After this one, we still have another Ubonga news coming. So let us dissect the comment section. Then we move on. Emmanuel Nwafo said, "This is great. Igbos are second to none." We have Oluwasen Folade said, "Admire first professors." Udojo Okereke said, "What about physics? You can become the professor of physics. Don't ask a nonsense question." Church Hill Nwoke said, "Nice one." Elisha Itoro said, "Yet, Igbo people are still crying of marginalization simply because they lack leadership qualities to be given the power. They are fighting for Biafra Republic so they can dominate other minority tribes." Wow. Elisha Itoro. This is somebody from Calabar. This is Adab Akwa Ibom. This one is not Hausa or Yoruba. Look at them. See, they are crying of marginalization. So, having all these things, is it not the country that's supposed to giving the powers to these people instead of marginalizing them, because they believe that these people have what it takes to make the country good and nobody will thief again? And you are here blabbing. No be on a fault. Hebrews Mark said, "Chinua Achebenko." My brother, not everybody is in this list, Onyema, brethren, Anambra started from kid. Abraham Chika Nwofeke, beautiful. Titus Franklin Chukwudi, Igbo, I go before others. Okay, Igbo, go before others. Adazona Onwoka, hand cannot cover the moon. It is just the beginning. Chinedu Emuluso, okay now. Titus Franklin, Igbo to the world, and many more. Let us just end it here. Just like, share, comment, and make sure you subscribe for more interesting videos. I'll be right back with another blockbuster. Don't forget, I still remain your one and only Ukurora, one na Asia. And here I go take leave.